Thank you to Bloomin8 for sponsoring this video. A few months ago, this was me in my closet holding a canvas print with nowhere to put it. We have more wall space in our house dedicated to family photos than anyone I know, and I am still losing the battle of where to hang things. I got 20-something picture frames going up the staircase, a full gallery wall in the living room, and it is not enough. The photos come faster than you can display them, and then you've got to start picking winners. And I want to tell you how I solved this problem. Before I do, let me try to solve a problem for you, or maybe 5 problems. Give you a chance to win $500. Made this super easy. Leave a comment down below. Tell me your favorite photo that you ever took. Make sure there's a way to contact you. Either put your social handle in the comment or when I click your link up on the YouTube page. I'll let you comment also once per day. Watch the video all the way through. Give the video a thumbs up. Open to anyone in the world. All the information you need will be down below. So when I tell you something actually solved this, I need you to understand I didn't think that this was a solvable problem. Let me introduce you to this video sponsor. This is a Bloomin8 e-ink canvas, and it's technically a digital picture frame, but that doesn't really capture what makes it interesting. We've seen digital picture frames before. They tend to look like screens, glossy, glowing, backlit, very obviously electronic. This one, and why I think it stands out really more than any others, because it uses ink. It's the same stuff in the Kindles that we have. It doesn't glow at all, and it reflects light back at you like paper. You look at it and your brain doesn't immediately register that's a screen. To me at least, it registers photo. And you think about ink, it actually makes a ton of sense for something like this. It doesn't need to refresh fast or respond to touch, do a million things at once. Literally just has to show an image and look good doing that. And that is what e-ink was designed for. The colors are not punchy like you get on a phone screen. They're softer, more muted, almost like on film. Your family photos end up looking less like digital images and more like something you'd pull out of a shoebox from the 90s or 2000s. Some people might not dig it, but for family stuff, I think it feels perfect. There's a warmth to the photos. Simple images like a kid smiling at the beach or sunset for a family photo all together look amazing. Photos with tons of fine detail or crazy color gradients don't quite look as sharp, but honestly, most family photos aren't that complex. And I think the big question with a lot of these, I've tested digital photo frames before, and for a lot of it, it comes up to the viewing distance. Up close, you can see a bit of texture and how the colors are rendered, but you're not looking at a picture from 6 inches away. From across the room, which is how you actually look at these things up on a wall or on a table, it looks just like a print. The one I've been using is the 13-inch version, matte black, aluminum frame, slim profile. It does not look techie at all. And if you don't like the frame, you can actually swap it into a standard IKEA frame if you want, which is I think a pretty nice touch. On the back is a tiny status LED, a sleep button, a USB-C for charging, and that's really it. No cords running down your wall, no chunky power adapter. We have in our house kind of those big digital calendars, and I love it. It's an awesome way for us to keep up with what's going on in our family. But there's a huge power cord I had to hide with a channel on the wall. And that's been a problem with these things in the past. You have to have a way to keep it powered. This battery, once you actually have this thing charged, you can forget about it for a year or 2. Just hang it wherever you want. Setup is about as simple as it gets. Download the app, pair it, and you are done. It took maybe 5 minutes for I had photos on it. It's kind of funny. When you do change the image, there's a little moment that it surprised me at first. So you push a new photo sort of from your phone to the app. The screen does a flash, it flashes out you. Then the image slowly fades in. It's like shaking, it's like shaking a Polaroid photo and watching it develop. It took about 20 seconds, which would be annoying on a tablet or phone, but for a picture frame, you're not sitting there refreshing it every 10 seconds. You change it and you watch it appear, then it just sits there for days, weeks, or months. The slowness actually fit, but it was just crazy how much it actually looked like one of those instant photos slowly starting to develop. The app will let you push photos manually, but the thing that actually made it useful for us is album syncing. You can connect Google Photos or iCloud, just pick the album, and those photos just flow to the frame automatically. So now I've got an album just called Frame on my phone. Anytime I add a photo to it, it shows up in the rotation. There's no extra steps there at all. And I think that is when it stopped feeling like a gadget I had to manage. It started feeling like something that like just worked. There's also an AI image generator in the app if you want to create like artwork, plus a gallery of actual art if family photos like aren't your jam. On a personal note, I've had a lot of loss in my family this past year. And if it was up to me, I would have pictures up in every single square footage of my house, because photos are kind of all that I have. But being able to have those photos show up and refresh still brings a smile to my face to sort of see those memories that I'm never gonna be able to have again. And something like this just fits that so perfectly. There was a lot that I expected with this, and I expected it to look like a picture frame, kind of leave it alone. What I didn't expect was for my tech-obsessed kids to obsess over this. Every single day when they come home, the first thing they do is check to see if they're in whatever photo is showing. And there's a genuine like disappointment when they are not in that picture. My middle son, Zach, already told me multiple times I need to add more baseball photos of him to the rotation. There's been an argument about who shows up more. They kind of do a debate trying to figure out who gets like the first dessert to go look at the picture frame and see whose photo shows up first there, and that's how they make their decision. It turned into this whole thing in my house now. My kids' ridiculous love of this thing, I thought was one of the coolest things. Like I said, we have photos all over our house. But some photos we haven't changed in years. We've been in our house for 8 years and they went up there 8 years ago. Nobody looks at them anymore. They're essentially wallpaper at this point. This one frame that actually rotates, they look at it every day. It's become kind of a weird ritual when they come in. The house feels like it's keeping up with their actual life instead of being frozen in, 2019. A few things that I will mention because they are real here. Uploading photos in batches was a bit annoying. More than 10 at a time, it got fussy, so I had to kind of do it in chunks. It's supposed to be able to do batches, but I couldn't get it working. And because there's no backlight, it needs decent ambient light to look its best. Bright room, natural light, it's gorgeous. Dark room, a little flat. It's like the opposite of having like an OLED TV. Same as any printed photo, basically. Bloomin8's also a newer company, so I can't tell you what the app's gonna look like in 5 years, but it works fine right now. Those are kind of the honest caveats here. But I keep thinking about all those photos that are stacked in my closet. All those memories on my phone that nobody sees. The whole reason I started covering tech in the first place because I liked when it actually made life better, not just sort of flashier. And I know this thing, and I know it sounds dramatic, but it did make our house feel different. Those photos finally have somewhere to go. They didn't have to fight for the one of 20 spots up our staircase. They just rotate through one at a time. My kids actually notice them. That canvas print is still in my closet, but first time in years, I don't feel like I'm losing anymore. Yesterday, the frame showed a photo from 2 years ago. All those photos that were trapped in my phone, now they're actually kind of free and get seen. And I think that is absolutely incredible. If you're thinking about the gift for a parent, a grandparent, a spouse, for you, and you don't want those photos to kind of languish and die on your phone, Bloomin8 absolutely nailed it. And I know it's not the sexiest idea in the world, but it's a product that actually works and works really, really well. If you're interested in checking one out, I think you probably should. The link is in the description. See you guys next one.